Hey friends, good morning. It's your old pal SVH here, coming at you on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2021. Wishing a very happy Valentine's Day to all you folks out there. Today is kind of I don't know, we look at it as kind of a manufactured Hallmark holiday, really, in terms of, my own view of it and kind of how it's been kind of turned into something, much different than I think the original intention of upholding and uplifting the spirit of love on a day, and holding that in our hearts. But I know also, it's a hard day for a lot of people that aren't in a relationship or might be going through, difficult times around their love life and things like that. And so I've got a little secret today that I'm going to share about true love and finding true love and experiencing true love in your life. So this is for all of you out there who are maybe seeking for a little secret about that, and those of you who are experiencing it, experiencing true love, are in a great relationship or have just a real sense of love in your heart, then I think you'll also find a little secret in this too, and unfold a little bit of understanding of how you got where you're at. So without further ado, here is today's Daily Nugget. This one comes from the Gayan, which is Notes from the Unstruck Music by Hazrat and this one's under, I'm just going to look at the subheadings here for a minute. So each of these has a different little area that they're in. This one is, so there's an Alankara, which is a fanciful expression of an idea. It's just a glossary of different, you can't really see it because of the lighting out here, but so each of these phrases are under little kind of chapters, if you will. And the chapter has a word that describes what those particular sayings kind of fall into in terms of the category. So this one falls under the category of bola, B-O-L-A, O with the line across it. And it means a kindled word. So a kindled word. So yeah, that's kind of where this is coming from. So from the Gayan, under the section bolas, which is a kindled word, today's Daily Nugget. Love's best expression is indifference. Love's best expression is indifference. Now, Pir Murshid Hazrat Inayat, he uses the term indifference a lot in his teachings, and he even references in his teachings that he got a lot of flack from people for using the word indifference, and people were saying viewing his people had a concept or an idea of indifference in a much different light than what he was expressing and sharing. Indifference being seen as cold, distant, things like that, unfeeling, was kind of the sentiment and idea that people had in the West, in particular, when Murshid spoke about indifference. But let's really dive into what Murshid said about indifference. There's a symbol of the heart and wings in our order. I have a tattoo over here on my chest. And Murshid's teaching is that independence and indifference are the two wings that hold up the heart and let the soul fly. Right? So independence and indifference, think of that as two wings of the heart. And independence really comes from indifference. Now, when we talk about indifference, there's a lot of different ways that Murshid describes indifference, but in this particular aspect, I think it's important to be indifferent to the need for love, for the need for, well, not for the need for love, but the need for someone in your life in order to be able to express love, right? You have to become love, and being indifferent allows you to become love, and being independent allows you to love yourself and to love the things about you that make you great that resound your note and make your note sing out and ring out. And when you're indifferent to the need for an outside entity to feel or express love in that way, then you become independent, and your independence grows, and you fall more and more in love with who you are. And as you do that, then you become more and more in tune with the reality of love, which is that it's a vibration, it's a experience that is already within you. And a lot of times we cover it up, we veil it, we mask it with all these concepts and ideas of what love is. But it's not any kind of concept or ideal or anything like that. It's pure expression of divinity. It's a pure stream that flows through us and flows around us, and it's everywhere. So having that idea of indifference, creating independence, and then independence then giving you the ability to, again, really resound your own note. When you sing your own note and you play that note and you perfect that note and it becomes a divine stream of love that flows from you, it radiates out and it draws to you what you want. Okay, there's the secret, is that love's best expression is indifference. So being indifferent to the pain of love on one side, being indifferent to the need for some outside entity or another being in order to express love or to feel love or to receive love, throw all that out the door. Throw all that out the door and be love. Be love. Because you are love. It is you. It is what your soul is. When a baby comes into this world, you can't help but feel this purity of love. And the baby doesn't really know how to express it, but the baby looks at you and there's love. I know when my daughter was born, I had a really profound mystical experience the first time that I held her, because I looked into her eyes and she looked into my eyes, and there was this connectivity that the whole universe was in that space between us. I could see the whole universe, the whole reality of everything in that moment between our two, in that space between our eyes. And that was a powerful moment, and a transfer of real love and an expression of love. So, love is inherent in us from the beginning, and what we do is we teach ourselves that we need this to be loved. We need this to feel love. We need this to express love. We need this to feel like we're loved by someone else, and when you strip away those needs and you just love for the sake of love, when you can find something to love about people that you hate or people that you disagree with, that's an extremely powerful opening right there, right? But we never think of love in that term, we just think of it in all these concepts and ideas, and especially on Valentine's Day, all these concepts and ideas about what love is, or how love should be expressed, or how love should be experienced. I don't know. It gets distorted, because what you really have to do is be in love with yourself. And when you resonate that note that is yours and is pure, that purity of your love for your own being comes out, and it attracts what you want. And then you can attract that perfect entity into your life, or that perfect being, or that other soul that has its note, that it was indifferent and it found its independence, and it turned into a love for its own note, resonating and resounding, and that magnetism draws the two together to where then you make that soul connection, because now those two notes that are perfectly ringing out as they should for themselves are now coming together and making a chord. Right? So two or more notes together forms a chord. And then you bring a child into the mix, then you got a third note, right? Now you got a fuller chord. And so these are things that, there's a lot of different ways that you can look at these teachings and that you can look at these concepts, but I love this one. I think I'm reminded a lot, and I have this tattooed on my chest, the heart and wings. And it's a real constant reminder to, you know, look upon the world with indifference, to be independent, and to lift the soul higher so that you can really see from a vantage point that you understand life better and know life better. And that's really the whole work of the mystic. That's really the whole work of humanity, I think. But humanity, it doesn't always, focus on things in a spiritual way or a divine way, or don't see it. But every soul has that yearning, that seeking, that longing, and sometimes we mistake that longing to return to the oneness and unity of our oneness with the Creator, that we confuse that for a yearning or longing for some external thing. And yeah, that makes it difficult. That takes us away from who we really are and what we really want to express and be. So yeah, I think there's a real key into this. So, if you're sitting around today thinking, I hate Valentine's Day, screw this, man, it's a bunch of hooey, yeah, feel that way, but don't feel bad about yourself. Find the love inside of yourself. Be indifferent to the pain that you might be feeling or experiencing, and be indifferent to that need to, find some, source to help you overcome that. The source is within. You've got it. You've got love. You are love. So be love. Live it. And let your soul fly free and rise up with those wings of the heart. And if you are experiencing love today and really feeling the joy of love and feeling the expression of love with a loved one, then embrace that and enjoy it too. Embrace that and enjoy it too, because you've gotten to that place by reaching a level of indifference that took you to a level of independence where you loved yourself enough to give yourself to someone else. And in that expression, if both hearts are tuned in that way, you can't go wrong. So I just wish everybody a day filled with love, a day filled with the experience of the love within yourself, the reality of love, that you are love, and that you are that divine presence and that light that shines from the warmth and radiance of the sun, which is the divine light of guidance. And I hope that you experience that today and feel that today, and know that if you're watching this, that you are loved, that I love you, I appreciate you. I know that I don't know you all. Some of you I may know, but my heart goes out to you and my love goes out to you, and I expand my love to reach and encompass everyone in the whole planet and the universe, and hopes that that love is uplifted today and held aloft rather than being something as a source of pain for others, or a source of longing. Let it just be a day of love where we all experience a peace and a knowing that we are loved. So that's it. I could go on and on, but I won't. But one more time. Love's best expression is indifference. So thank you, my friends. I hope that you have a great day. If you're watching this on one of the super channels, thank you so much for your support. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when our community is putting up videos over here. If you're watching this on this channel, be sure to go over to my channel as well. And it's youtube.com/thesvh. And make sure you like and subscribe to my channel there. I put some additional things over there, some things that may not pop up over here all the time. So yeah, there's a lot of content on there, a lot of information and things like that. So and if you're on my channel and you're already subscribed, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. If these speak to you, go ahead and share it with your friends and let them know, and say, hey man, this guy's got this Daily Nugget thing, and he talks a lot of crap, but sometimes I like it. So sometimes he talks a lot of crap, sometimes it smells good. As weird as that is, right? So yeah, you just keep on doing what you do. I appreciate everybody, appreciate the support, and hope everybody has a beautiful day. Love and light from your old pal SBH. I mean.